if me opening my heart out to you is a risk of us being friends or of you going and snitching and telling someone else, I'm okay. Hi everyone.
Hi guys.
Welcome back to another episode of Minds in Neutral.
You do look like a
Like what?
nothing.
Like a cheerleader?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Giving that vibe today. I'm giving gym. Gym girl.
Facts.
I really want to get into the gym this summer.
Same.
Really?
I was actually thinking about it.
How are
yeah.
you gonna do it in Egypt?
No, I wasn't gonna do it in Egypt. I was gonna do it after I come from Egypt.
So for like 2 weeks before you start uni?
No, but I also want to continue in uni.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay.
last time I went to the gym, I didn't actually continue.
Yeah, you actually fully signed your mom signed you up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, yeah, because like this time I'm signing myself up.
It's your
So
money.
it's my money, so like I'll get the worth. You know what?
Yeah.
You know what
your
I mean?
money's worth.
My brain, I would be like, no, like Shahad, you paid for this with your own money.
Like
so
get
now,
up. Go.
So now every time I struggle with money, I'm like, did you go to the gym?
Yeah.
Or do we cancel this, Shahad, huh?
Yeah.
You know?
Because otherwise, it's like, why did you sign yourself
Yeah.
up in the first place? Now, you know what? I actually really want to do it this summer because I'm like staying back and I'm going to be working, inshallah. So
Inshallah.
I really want to, like, after work, whatever, I go to the gym nearby, I get a nice workout in, continue my day, just like so I can
Yeah.
feel like I'm really doing something more than just working, because work could also consume you a lot. You need to like have a life outside of it. So, especially because I know a lot of people are traveling this summer, I'm probably not going to have much of a social life, to be honest, besides
Yeah.
my work. So let me like pick up something that's going to be healthy and a new commitment that I can do. That's good for me as
See,
well.
the thing for me is that, like, why the gym didn't work out for me is, like, I have hypermobility and scoliosis, so
Yeah.
rather than it really helping me out, it kind of caused me more pain. That's why I want a personal trainer.
Yeah,
Like,
I
if I
think
do go to the gym, I will get myself a personal trainer.
yeah, you just need someone to tell you how to work out.
Yeah.
And there's like workouts for you to get stronger, not just like, I mean, in terms of physical strength, but like internal, like
Yeah.
you feeling better, your back feeling better, your knees feel like your joints and stuff. So you can definitely do that, because whenever my mom complains about it, all the doctors are like, just do some like light exercises,
Yeah.
things like that. I think like a lot of stretching for you, maybe less weightlifting,
Yeah.
stretching, maybe some cardio, walking, things like that would also really help. And like,
Boxing, guys. Boxing was amazing. I used to do boxing.
you did? Really?
So nice.
Really?
Because my gym, like my old gym, it had boxing in it.
Oh my god. Oh
And
yeah,
yeah,
it did. Yeah.
it was so good.
Oh
So,
my
guys, I do
gosh.
recommend boxing.
Yeah, you know what? Boxing sounds so much fun. Maybe when you're back, we should sign up to a class together. I
Yeah.
actually wouldn't mind. That would be so much
Yeah.
fun to do that together. Yeah. No, I would love to I want to do like unconventional workouts. Oh my God, there's this whole meme going on about like white ladies trying to do anything besides a simple workout, and it's like them running up to the side of the wall, climbing it, coming down, blah blah blah, instead of just like simply like just, doing some weights and stuff. But I want to try different workouts. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to just stick to like weightlifting. Obviously, that's going to help me the most in terms of weight gain, but I want to try Pilates. I want to see what the hype is about.
Yeah,
Like I just want to try to see if it's really worth
it's
the hype.
intense. It's not. I don't even know how it's hyped. Because my friend used to do it, and it's so intense.
Yeah.
It's really. I'm like, wow. Like, why do you like this?
Do you want to know something?
What?
Do you want to know something? One girl that we know that we went to high school or middle school with, she came up on my TikTok, and she is now training to be a Pilates instructor. Yeah.
We know her.
Yes, we do know her. No. Wait, let me tell you. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. Props to her. I'm actually so proud of her. Like I wish her all the best.
Okay.
But that's such a cool like thing to do. And when she came up, I was just like, wow, like she looks very familiar. Read the name, I was like, oh my God. And now she's like training to be a Pilates instructor.
Wow.
Yeah. I love seeing people do unusual things in our age. Like, I
Yeah.
don't want to hear about uni. That's great, blah, blah, blah. But, like, I want to hear about something that's like, oh, I'm like training to do this, or I started doing this. Like, I love the fact that we do a podcast.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people from my high school that started their own, like, clothing brand. super cool stuff. So I really love seeing like people venture out into their own little things.
Worlds,
Like
yeah.
whether it does well or not, it's just cool that you want to take that risk and you're
Yeah.
willing to move forward. Because like I don't know, Shahad, I remember one thing that you told me when we first started our podcast was sorry, I'm looking at this sticker over here and it looks like you driving. It's a car flipped to the side and it literally is Shad driving on her
It's a
turn.
car swerving.
Anyway, sorry, because I kept on looking at it. It's just like, Anyway, I remember one thing that you told me was like, Hannah, you know how cool it would be if we just tell our kids that we did something like this when we like have them?
Yeah.
And I think about that all the time. I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna tell my kids like whether we succeed or fail, which in my eyes we're succeeding, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
But like whether we do outrageous things with this or just something super small and for ourselves, I think it's super cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I love seeing people do super cool things. So yeah, when I saw her be a Pilates instructor, I was like, wow. I feel like I should message her. Be like, can you train me?
Free session,
Do you know any classes that I can take for a good price? Pilates is so expensive.
I know.
If we're really gonna get down to the nitty gritty, it is so expensive. Like one session will cost me like half of my expected salary. Yeah, it's crazy.
That's insane.
I wonder why though. Like it's not that much equipment. It's like one piece of equipment that you do everything on, and then
Isn't
sometimes
it like the mat?
no, it's like this weird like board thing, and like you can move your leg up and forward, and it has like this string. Like look, I'll show you.
What?
There's a Pilates machine.
This one new. This one I don't know of.
You can do it like using your body
Wait.
weight. Well, it is body weight regardless. It's this.
No way.
You've never seen this?
No.
Yeah, so look at how much it is. I mean, valid though.
That's
You could do like
insane.
70 workouts on this thing. And like all of this moves and stuff. It's
Yeah,
super
but that's just like too much work.
yeah, I don't know. But I want it like it literally came out of nowhere. The hype for Pilates. This is what I'm saying. People hype up everything. Like next thing it's gonna be like
Crocs. Crocs are already hyped
yeah,
up.
Crocs are already hyped. Now I'm thinking in terms of workouts, it's gonna be like jumping jacks. Like this is the new thing.
Bro,
What we've been doing.
everything is hyped up, by the way. If you like search it up, you'll find that it's hyped up somewhere.
Yeah.
Like, for example, like the hula hoop.
Oh
That's so hyped up.
Yeah, a lot of people do that like professionally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like you just think of it as like, oh my god, it's just hula hoops. But like, no, people take it seriously.
Like as a sport and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah. I got shocked when people do golf as a sport.
I don't understand
Like
that.
that's a full on sport. I also
I
got
don't-
shocked that people who play pool can do it as a sport.
I know that. Like, see, pool sounds competitive. Golf sounds so calm. How can you compete in golf? Like I in my idea, like golf, I'm like a no, I don't want to be a stereotype. I don't want to give stereotypical examples.
When I think of golf, I think of me. Let's pretend I'm not a hijab, okay? I think of me in a little white skirt,
Yeah,
like a tennis skirt,
yeah,
with a little cap on, okay? I'm living my life. I'm wearing little tennis shoes. I have like a little cute little polo shirt
yeah,
on, and I just look so golden and like cutesy.
yeah. I don't
Fresh
see it.
makeup.
I don't see it competitive.
I see it as a cute little rich
Yeah,
people
I
hobby.
see it calm, collected. You're just like, you know, the
Yeah. Yeah,
laugh.
rich people
Yeah.
laugh. Rich people
Yeah.
laugh. Yeah, it's a very like a rich people sport. So, yeah, but people, they make anything happen. They make anything work.
Yeah.
Anyway, what are we talking about today?
So Ghana.
Tell me, Shad. Tell me.
Sometimes in life, you know.
Sometimes
In life.
Shad's
You-
really pretty hair.
Yeah, it's really nice. Mashallah.
Yeah,
Allah
mashallah.
Mahsan. You tell someone something, but how do you know, and why did you tell someone that thing? Why did you trust that person with that thing? And would you trust that person with another thing, or would you trust someone else with something else? Like, do you have one person that you tell everything to and you trust them with your whole entire life, or do you have a lot of people that you trust with different types or like different aspects in your life, and why?
I think for me, I have trust for different people in my life. Like, I trust you with like things that I struggle with emotionally, even physically as well. I trust you. I feel comfortable to tell you about maybe something that's going on in my family, things like that. And then,
Mm-hmm.
for example, I'll go to my mom. I trust her with my, and I don't know, I feel like this is something that not a lot of girls do. Because anytime that I say this, people are like, really? I trust my mom a lot with like my feminine health.
Mm-hmm.
Like I go to her, I'm like, this feels weird. Is this normal? Blah, 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 whatever, whatever. So like I talk to her about like my feminine health. Is like this normal? Is it meant to be like this? Whatever, whatever. Like, when you first start getting your period, who do you go to? You don't go to your best friend or so
Yeah.
you immediately go to your mom. So that's like to me, I trust my mom with my health.
Mm-hmm.
Um, with my other friends, like I trust them, for example, to tell them things like about me struggling with work because I just think that they will get it. So I think I have different people that I trust for different things. But mainly I do have like a set group of people where I would collectively tell them the same thing
Yeah.
because I know I can trust them all and they would all understand me,
Mm-hmm.
which is you and my two other friends.
Yeah.
So I think the reason why I have that and not just like one person to go to is because number one, I think with each girl friend that I have, we've experienced such things that I know that like she would get me. And I know because of the experience that we shared, there was a bond built
Mm-hmm.
and there was like a foundation there. And it's like continued to grow with time,
Yeah.
with more friendship, with everything. So I know that it's there and it remains there because also she's proven herself. Like, for example, you've proven yourself to me.
Mm-hmm.
You've also trusted me. So I can trust you. It's like a mutual agreement thing.
Yeah.
And I also think that uh there was another point that I was going to say, but I actually forgot. But I think that's mainly it is that, like, I know that we've experienced the same thing.
Yeah.
So part of me makes me feel like, okay, there's obviously relatability between you and me.
Mm-hmm.
And so I know that you understand me, I understand you. And because of that understanding, I feel like it leads to trust. Because you wouldn't tell someone who, if you talk to them, it feels like they're speaking a completely different language. You wouldn't want to tell them anything because they'll be like they don't get me. But
Mm-hmm.
you'll go to someone who gets you. وبتفشي قلبك. You open your heart to them and you tell them like what's up. So
Yeah.
I think that's that for me.
But then, how do you know that person is trustworthy?
With time, I think
Like, don't you think either way, like you're taking a risk telling that person the thing you're gonna tell them?
no, for some reason no, because like I think with the amount of time that has passed and like we proved like I mean time not only as in like you could be friends with someone for like 5 years
Yeah.
and you still may not trust them, but I mean time as in like we went through situations together where I'm just like, wow, I could never go through this particular thing with anyone besides you. And I'm glad that I went through it with you. And because we shared maybe a raw experience where I'm like, how do I explain this? Let's say something happened to me, okay, and you were there to witness it
Mm-hmm.
firsthand. I might not trust someone else to tell the story to, but because you witnessed it, you understand me. I feel like, okay, she witnessed it, she knows, so I trust her.
Mm-hmm.
She saw it happen. Like, you're a first-hand person. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if this makes sense, but I just think it's time and what you go through together that builds that trust. Because trust doesn't like happen overnight, and you know that.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, but it's just that like the fact that us humans decide to trust a person, technically, you're not related to me at all. So like family, we won't like talk about family because
Okay,
in
yeah,
family like خلاص, like there's a bond
yeah, yeah,
anyways.
yeah.
You know what I
True.
mean? But like I'm talking about trusting a random person with a certain information, and you trust them that they will not share that information with anyone else.
Mm.
Like how do we just assign the trust, you know what I mean? Like I understand with time and all of that stuff, but see, sometimes it doesn't go like that.
Okay.
Sometimes you can be friends with a person, you've shared a
Mm.
lot of experiences with them, you've done
Valid.
all of that stuff, and then all of a sudden something happens and it's something completely unexpected. You guys fall out, they go and say everything.
Valid.
How can
Super
you
valid.
trust that they don't do that to you?
How do you trust me then? How do you know that when you tell me something, I won't go around and tell other people?
See, with you, like, so I'll answer the questions I asked you.
Okay, okay.
Okay. So the first question is, I do trust certain people with certain things.
Okay.
Depends on if I know they will understand me or not.
Yeah, okay.
And most of the times it's you, because remember when I told you like we have the same like different, like we have the same life but it's like in different fonts.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
where we'd kind of go through the same problem in like different ways.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So most of my like trust stuff would always be with you,
Mhm.
because you're the one that related to it the most.
See, that's how I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then with other people, it's something else. Like, let's say I don't think we would have bonded over it. I probably would have told you anyways.
Yeah, yeah.
But like, I'll tell someone else that would understand it better,
Yeah, okay.
you know? So that's number one. Number two, I don't trust people necessarily with stuff, like some stuff. For example, when I say I trust you with this information, I know I'm taking a risk trusting you with this information. So I need to know that this information might be out. So do I want it to be out?
Valid. Yeah.
So sometimes I would tell people something, I will trust them with something, but maybe I wouldn't tell them in a lot of details,
Mhm.
so that if it does go out, it doesn't haunt me.
But then why tell them in the first place?
Because it's like, it's kind of like a safe net, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you trust them to a certain extent. You trust them, you want to speak to them, you want to fish قلبك, you want to get
Yeah.
it out.
Yeah.
You feel like they will understand you,
Yeah.
but you put like a limitation on it,
Okay.
that just in case if it does go out, it doesn't hurt you in the process.
It doesn't screw you over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is something I do with people. Like, for you, I don't do it much. I don't do it at all. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I just tell you everything. And I
Same.
feel like for me, how I start trusting people is when they start trusting me first.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I see it as a, I don't know if that will sound weird, but I see it as a transaction.
Okay.
Because if I just trust one person with everything and they don't trust me and they don't tell me stuff, then I would feel like, this might sound so wrong, okay?
What
It
is
will
it?
sound so wrong,
What is
you
it?
guys, but it's not how I actually think. It's just, no, it's not. It's not my conscious, it's my subconscious.
What is it?
If I have something on you and you have something on me,
Oh,
so
okay.
if you dare to
Say
go,
something.
then I can go.
Yeah.
Even though I will never, like, personally, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
But it's just the fact that, like, that means that they trust me. They know that I have something on them,
Mhm.
and they trust me with that thing.
Mhm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that means I can trust them with what I have.
Yeah. That's so true.
That's how I see it.
I don't know if I'm the same, where it's like you have to tell me first so that I can tell you something. I genuinely just think it's like sometimes you meet people and your conversations just direct themselves in a certain way,
Yeah.
where it could either go to a super, like, that's why you have certain friends for certain things. You can have a friend where you're just simply there to talk about the weather and education and how's uni going and how's work going and all this stuff, where it's super surface level. And then you have a friend where you could feel like you can tell her everything, right? Just like you and me. And then you kind of sometimes have the in between. So I just feel like it could, because we make new friends all the time, because we
Mhm.
have the chance to with university and everything. Like, you could meet someone and that could be, God knows, like your best friend for the rest of your life, or like your worst nightmare, you know? But I think that, like, it just happens. It's just like a feeling. You might feel this, I don't know, maybe something happens in your body where it's a chemical reaction where you feel like, I feel some sort of connection towards this person where I can be my honest self.
Mhm.
I can tell that they would just naturally, without me having to like express myself, we speak the same language. I don't mean literally, but I mean
Yeah.
in an expression way. We speak the same language. I don't have to overly make sense of why I do certain things or blah blah blah. Because sometimes you might feel like, okay, I do, like, let's say I do something. I know some people might not be accepting of it, and I know some people will be, and you can kind of just get that from a person.
Mhm.
So I think it's also based off that of, I don't want to say vibe, but it's genuinely just like people's
Vibe,
energy.
yeah.
Yeah, people's vibe. Like, can you, like, some people also have a very comforting nature where
Yeah.
where they like kind of nurture the conversation, where like Next thing you know, you shared your whole traumatic life experiences in the span of like 2 hours.
Yeah.
And sometimes you might walk away from that conversation being like, oh my God, I overshared.
Yeah.
And then I feel like when I feel I overshared, that's when I close off. Because I
Mm-hmm.
know that I can't trust you. But I
Yeah.
never walk out of a conversation with you and feel like I overshared. I feel like, okay, it's fine. Khalas, I got it off my chest. I feel okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to say it. I'll rather just remain where we are. Or maybe I might look at you different and be like, okay, she's more of a casual friend because I can't
Yeah.
even tell her these things. And you know something that's so funny that I just thought about is that like when a rumor comes out, no one ever questions the person that like,
Said the rumor.
yeah, isn't that so funny?
Yeah.
Like everyone will like have all eyes on the person that's part of the rumor and be like, oh my God, no way, how could she do that? Oh my God, she's this, and we start calling them names and all these things. But we never question the person who was like, guys, she did one, two, three. I can't believe she did that. Why don't we question this person? Like, why are you
Yeah.
telling me? Why are you actually telling me? Because it also makes me feel like if you're coming over here and spilling everyone's, business
Business.
to
Yeah.
me, you're probably doing the same to other people.
Yeah.
So I don't want to know. Respectfully, don't tell me because I don't want to know and you shouldn't be doing the same to me. So I actually think that's so funny. No one ever calls out the person who is the gossiper,
Yeah.
but the person in the situation who actually might be struggling.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. Okay. I have another question.
Go on.
Wait. Let me just gather up my thoughts. Hmm. Yeah. Okay, I'll give you a scenario
Okay,
and
go
you
on.
tell me what you think or
Okay.
what would you do in that scenario. So, one person A trusted me to with something. They told me something and they're like, "Don't tell anyone."
Okay.
There's person A and person B, okay? Both
Okay.
of these people are like my best friends. I love them and everything, okay?
Okay.
Person B comes to me and is like, um, this. Like, asks me the question that person A gave me the answer to.
Mm-hmm.
But person A told me not to share it with anyone. Would I lie to person B and break their trust by lying to them?
Mm-mm-mm.
Or would I break person A's trust by telling person B the truth?
Okay. Let's rewind that because I feel like it might be confusing if you're listening to this.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's give everyone a name
Okay.
and let's give everything a topic.
So I'm gonna call it Alice and Bob. Oh my
Okay.
God. Alice and Bob is from computer science, guys.
Oh, okay. Alice and Bob.
Alice
Okay.
and Bob. So Alice comes to me and is like, Shahad, this is gonna be like very, very like broad, okay? So she's like, Shahad, I wanna go to the park with you today, but I don't want Bob to come with us.
Okay.
So if he asks you, like, don't tell him.
Okay.
Bob comes to me and is like, hey, are you and Alice going to the park today?
Mm.
What do I do? Do I lie and say no?
And break the trust between you
And
and
big-
Bob?
Yeah, so then he knows that I'm dishonest. If he finds out,
Yeah.
he knows I'm dishonest and he cannot believe my word. So it will be technically breaking his trust. Or do I break Alice's trust and tell him and be honest with him?
Great question. I do not know. I think it depends on how close I am with Bob.
Let's say they're both like your two best friends other than me.
Wow. I actually don't know. Probably, okay, probably in that scenario, what I would do is I would say, yeah, I'm going to the park with Alice.
Okay.
But I would kind of brush it off in a way where it's like, oh, but we're going for a super short time and I have to go home anyway. So like
Mhm.
if for example Alice doesn't want Bob to join, I'll just be like, and she's feeling kind of low, she just kind of wants to tell me something about like family and you know, I don't know, maybe Bob might be like, well, why can't she tell me and whatever.
Yeah.
Then I might just say like maybe I don't know, she would like she thinks that I don't know. I would just kind of I would say the truth. I would be like, yeah, we are going to the park, but
So
I
you
would
would break Alice's trust.
yeah, probably. Because I would feel bad to lie. Because I feel like, and then I would tell Alice. I'll tell Alice, I'll be like, listen, by the way, Bob asked me and I said one, two, three. Like, I would genuinely tell Alice.
But then Alice will never trust you again with anything.
No, not to that extent. I don't think she would not trust me with anything. Like, if I justify why.
But then that could mean like for every single thing you can have a justification for it.
Okay, how? Oh, okay, okay, okay. Damn.
Right?
How serious is what Alice is saying? Like, because right now in the situation, I'm thinking this is so petty. Like, if you really
Yeah,
don't trust me
exactly.
over something
I'm
like this,
giving you a very, very
yeah.
like
If it's
not
something super,
serious.
super, super
Yeah.
personal to her, then I would break the trust with me and Bob only because it's not my information to share.
Okay.
If she tells me something like, for example, for example, um, someone, my partner, and my partner cheated on me,
Mm-hmm.
okay? But I really don't want to tell anyone, blah, blah, blah. I'd be like, respect. Bob comes to me. He's like, what's going on with Alice? She's acting so weird. She's acting so shifty. She hasn't been talking on our group chat, whatever, whatever. I'd be like, I'm not too sure. Maybe you should go and ask her yourself. That's what I would answer.
Okay, but listen,
Because it's not my story to tell if it's something
I
like that
understand that, but if he came to you and asked you
directly.
directly, did Alice's person cheat on Alice? How are you gonna say that? Because if you say go talk to her, sometimes you don't actually have to give them the answer for them to know the answer. You just gave him the answer, didn't you?
Yeah, valid.
It's a very, very tough
Wow, this is
situation
such a
to
good
be
moral
in.
question.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a very tough situation to be in because it really makes you think about, okay, how many people am I trusting? Who should I trust? Why should I trust them? And all of that stuff. And you think about all of the situation that you could, like, you need to also think about all of the situations that you could put your friend in because you wanted to trust them with this information.
Mm.
Like it's not at the end, like it's not only going to be about you, it's going to be about what are you where are you going to be putting your friend in what situation,
Yeah, that's
because
true.
your friend could end up in a situation like this where she's torn apart between you and her other like best friend, and she could ruin one of her friendships.
Yeah, that's so true.
So like so that's again, that's my question, like
So then is it
how are
selfish?
that's what I'm saying, how are humans just easily trusting people with information like that?
Very true. I don't know.
Do you know what I
I
mean
don't
now?
know.
Now it makes you like really think,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, very true. It actually makes me never want to open my mouth again, but
Right?
like that's so crazy. I don't know.
Yeah.
I actually don't know. I just for some reason for me with certain people it's just a feeling.
Yeah.
And I think also in my situation, whatever I tell you, most likely my other friends would know too. Because
Yeah.
I have a trio that it's just like these girls, I know they will understand, they will trust me. So I don't have this thing where it's like, oh, but don't tell this girl.
Yeah.
Or if I am, for example, in Alice's shoes and I tell you something, I don't think I would outright tell you, don't tell Bob, for
Mm-hmm.
example. I'll just be like, can you just keep this between you and me?
You don't have to tell me specifically not to tell Bob. I'm just
Mm.
saying, like, you told me, like, listen, like, keep this between us, but then Bob comes and asks. Or anyone else. It could be Jasmine that comes and asks. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I think, okay, what would you do?
I would lie.
You would lie?
I'd lie.
Mm.
Definitely. Like,
I probably think I would actually.
I wouldn't say. Because at the end of the day, like, that person told me to trust. Like, that person told me not to tell. So I
And
wouldn't.
at the time where whenever Alice feels ready, for example, to
Yeah.
talk about it with Bob, she will.
She will. And when she does, and then Bob realizes, no, that I lied to him, that's when I would go to Bob and I would explain myself.
Valid.
I'd be like, listen, I apologize. I know that like this might seem like you shouldn't trust me anymore and that I lied to you, but I lied to you because she told me that she doesn't want to tell anyone about it.
Yeah.
And that should give, like, if Bob is a smart person, that should give Bob the idea that like, okay, that means I could trust her because that
Yeah.
means she would lie for me.
Yeah, fair.
Like, he will be like, okay, valid,
Yeah,
makes
fair,
sense.
fair, fair.
Some people take it like
In a
pity.
way where it's like, how
Yeah.
could you lie to me?
Yeah,
How
like,
could you?
me?
Yeah.
What? And
Yeah,
blah blah
yeah,
blah.
yeah.
So it's a very interesting thing
It
to
really
think
is.
about. Okay, so
Mm.
this is just gonna be a yes or no question, so we can end this.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Everyone in the comments answer this question
Yes.
with us.
With you guys, give us the details.
Yeah,
give
go
us
on.
the yes or no and why. We'll
Yeah.
just say yes and no.
Okay, go on. And let's answer together at 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So, do you think it's breaking someone's trust if you tell someone else the information that they told you, but these two people will never, ever, ever meet? There's no way that this person will know about this person, and there's no way that they would collide. No
Okay,
way.
ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, no. Done.
And with that, guys,
Thank you, and we'll see you next week on episode 36.
hope you all are happy, healthy, and safe.
Inshallah, we'll see you next Thursday.
Bye-bye.
Bye.